channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about why you have to stop guilting yourself for negative circumstances, for unwanted circumstances. I've talked about this with a client today and a few days ago, and I have seen this pattern in the manifestation community. I don't like it. I don't have that pattern, and that's why I didn't think about talking about it up to this point because it felt obvious to me, but actually I did notice it, and yeah, sometimes I see it coming up for me. It's not a strong pattern for me, so I will help you today to let go of the guilt that you might be feeling when you are manifesting unwanted circumstances. Because, of course, there's a narrative that we are manifesting everything, and that is true. That is true. But we shouldn't forget that our subconscious mind is also considered as us manifesting, right? Our subconscious mind is imprinted, and through the subconscious mind, we're manifesting something. Now, I'm going to explain why it's just such a big mistake to go through yourself and why you can let that go. Yeah, it's not a mistake in the sense that, like, you're making the mistake. It's just like a misunderstanding that will lead you to feel miserable and suffer for no reason. Before I dive into today's topic, I want to reintroduce myself to everybody who is new. My name is Julia. I'm a manifestation coach. And if you're looking for one-on-one support or for workshops and guided meditations, then check out the description box below and you'll find all of my services there. You will find my Instagram there where there is even more amazing content. And also, if you are looking for something to help you heal emotionally, then check out my emotional healing playlist. There's content in it that can change your life. It will change your life if you apply it. So please go ahead, do yourself this service. Check out my emotional healing playlist. It's completely for free. Do yourself the favor and apply it. Now, let's talk about guilting yourself. So the situation is the following. So many people, because they believe that we are the creators of our reality, I'm the creator of my reality, then what happens in the manifestation community is that I'll start guilting myself when something happens that's unwanted because obviously my thoughts created that. And I want to speak the truth about this because this is not exactly how it works, and you don't have to be afraid of your own thoughts, afraid of looking at your own thoughts and emotions. That is just so counterproductive. Yes, your thoughts and emotions do manifest in a certain way, but it all works through imprinting the subconscious mind. That's the best way for me to explain it. It works if you want to explain it and have it sound a little more rational and scientific. It's through the subconscious mind. If you want to let it sound a little more manifestation type vocabulary, it's your self concept, your consciousness, however you want to name it. It's not like I'm thinking and then I'm manifesting. Why not? Not because your thoughts don't manifest, but because not each thought is fully, no way, hold it. The thought itself is a manifestation of your beliefs. That's why just a fleeting thought doesn't manifest, because it itself is already the manifestation of your self-concept, of your subconscious mind. That's why you don't need to be afraid to look at it, because that is like, I'm afraid to look at what is happening in my 3D currently, like in my face. I'm afraid of seeing something that I'm already seeing. I'm afraid of that. Well, you shouldn't dwell in that. You shouldn't stay stuck in that. But you need to look at it to understand which belief is creating that. Which belief is creating that circumstance, that thought, that emotion. If I don't look at what's happening, like if I never look at it, I just run away, can you see how that obviously comes from fear? It is not going to lead you where you want to go. If you really want to be successful at manifesting, from my perspective, you gotta look at those blocks that keep coming up. I don't say look at every fear all the time. Don't focus on anything else. Obviously not. But if something keeps coming up, like let's say a third party, this topic keeps coming up, you're jealous. You're so jealous. At some point you gotta face it, you gotta say like, okay, what exactly am I so afraid of? What exactly is it? Because it already happened. There's already a third party. You're already feeling jealous. Now you will not manifest more just because you become aware of it. The contrary is the case. When you become aware of your pattern, then you can start to disidentify, and then you can start creating from that old self concept and build a new one. So by you looking at certain thoughts, feelings, circumstances, that's not what is manifesting. What is manifesting is who you are, who you keep on being. Can you see how I can, for example, I mean, I'm doing this all the time with my clients, talking about all different kinds of circumstances and problems and putting myself in the position like how would that feel? I'm empathizing. I'm not manifesting every single problem that I'm not even when I'm putting myself in a position of like how would that feel, because that's what I'm doing with my clients. I'm like, how does that feel? How can I empathize with that? Like how can I put myself in that person's shoes so I can understand them and then help them get out of there? I'm not manifesting all the problems everybody else has because I'm not identified with it. I can think about it, I can empathize with it, but I will not create it as long as I'm not imprinting my subconscious mind with that is going to happen. Like I can think, there are people that are working in specific domains where they are, I don't know, let's say you're a detective or a how is it called, criminologist. I don't know how that is called in English even. Anyway, like let's say you're working in that field where you are, I don't know, working with people who are like criminals and really, really bad things happen and like accidents and all of that. Why don't people who work there, let's say, well, I should check that, but evidently you can say that just because you are working at the police, you're not manifesting more accidents in your life or more bad things to happen to you. You're only manifesting that if you're identifying with something bad is gonna happen. I'm so stressed out. I know something bad is going to happen. Like I'm so stressed, and you have that underlying identity of being a victim and something really bad happens. That's the energy of creating bad things to happen, for example. Or you can be a therapist and have a client that has experienced, like, I don't know, somebody has cheated on them. Doesn't mean that you're going to start, then you're putting yourself in the position of how that feels like because you're empathizing. Doesn't mean that you're going to be cheated on. Of course not. Even if you talk about it all day, because you can hold the identity and the belief system of my partner is really loyal, my partner loves me, my partner is completely open and vulnerable with me. We're trusting each other. I can trust my partner. And then because there's so much transparency in your relationship, and you just simply know that that is not happening because it's not how you're building your relationship. Your relationship is built with complete trust, transparency, and you're holding the identity that I'm only accepting a committed relationship with someone that I actually can trust. And you can know that. You can know that. So that's the thing why you don't have to guilt yourself when unwanted circumstances happen. There's a program in your subconscious mind that is already running. It's been imprinted by your parents, by society, by I don't know the cinema, by Hollywood, by fairy tales, and you're holding those beliefs within yourself, not because it's your fault, it's just a programming. We all have that to a certain extent. I have a programming within me that I still am working on releasing so I can fully manifest what I want in my life and in my relationships and in my career, in my business. I'm not guilting myself when something happens that's unwanted. Sometimes unwanted things happen to me. Things where I'm like, oh yeah, I know that this is my fear. Oh yeah, I know that this is within my programming. They happen. But I'm not beating myself up for it because I'm like, well, that's my trauma that I've been working on and that I'm understanding and reprogramming. So if still something shows up, I'm not gonna beat myself up. I'm gonna show myself compassion and see the opportunity to heal myself, because I know that my subconscious mind has been programmed in my childhood, in my teenage years, even when I was a young adult, and I gotta heal that and I gotta reprogram myself, and that doesn't go within one day. At least that's my journey, and I completely understand that other people have other experiences and you can do it more quickly and so on and so forth. But in my journey, and I've shared about this before, I struggled with my mental health. I'm very, very proud that I reprogrammed myself from struggling with my mental health to being a very, very happy individual. That I'm striving. I'm striving in my life. I'm happy in my life. I'm in alignment with my values. I'm very, very, very happy with where my life is headed. But doesn't mean I never feel emotions that are contradictory of what I want to create. No. Do I never experience unwanted circumstances? No. I mean, I do experience unwanted circumstances sometimes. But am I beating myself up? Of course not. Of course not, because I know it's just my old conditioning that has manifested, and it keeps getting less and less and less. And until then, I have the opportunity to be very kind to myself and to support myself through the journey. So, again, don't guilt yourself when unwanted circumstances manifest. It's your old conditioning. See it as an opportunity to get to know yourself better, to get to know your subconscious mind better, and to deepen your unconditional love and unconditional happiness, because that's the place that you want to manifest from anyway. And then when you're in that place of unconditional love, you can start feeding your mind and saturating your mind with the actual wanted beliefs. And in time, the wanted beliefs are going to manifest and take over, and it's going to get easier and easier and easier. But until then, do not kill yourself. Take responsibility. Yes, you can change the beliefs, but you didn't put negative beliefs there. They happen throughout your life. You took them on. That's okay. That's okay. It's not your fault. Take responsibility, but don't kill yourself. All right. Thanks so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'm gonna see you in the next video. Bye bye.